going on, JRD athletes? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how long should you jump rope to lose that last 10 pounds. 30 to 40 minutes, 5 to 6 times per week. That is the answer that we give for if you want to lose the most amount of weight possible jumping rope, do 5 to 6 30 to 40 minute workouts per week with a weighted jump rope. Now, there's a lot of other things I'm going to get into in this video, but that is my short answer right away. That's how much you should be jumping rope to lose these last 10 pounds. But now let's talk about all the other stuff. The elusive last 10 pounds. So let me know if you can relate to this story. You start your weight loss journey. Everything's, moving and grooving. You lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, maybe even up to 40 or 50 pounds. And that's going pretty well. You feel like you've adapted this good lifestyle with eating, you're working out consistently, and you're also motivated because you're seeing the weight fall off, which continues to motivate you to lose it. But then you get down to where you have like the last 10 pounds to lose before you're at your ideal physique or what you think of or what your goal physique is. And then all of a sudden the weight loss it's not coming so easy anymore. It's taking a longer time. You feel like you hit this plateau, you can't get out of it, you can't get any leaner, you can't lose weight, or you're losing weight at a much slower pace. And so in today's video, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks for not only losing that last 10 pounds, but just walking you through realistic expectations for how you should approach weight loss when you start to plateau and things like that. So let's get into it. First of all, I think it's important to know, why does this even happen in the first place? Why do people hit plateaus? Why is losing that last bit of weight usually so difficult? Well, this is the way the human body works. If you're pretty obese, or even if you're just semi-overweight, it's going to be easy to start losing weight initially because you have more fat to lose. But once you start to get down to a leaner body mass, remember, our bodies are built to survive. So your body is basically saying, wait a second, we're getting a little bit too lean here. I need to make sure that my person can survive. So I'm going to start holding on to that fat because your body basically thinks you're going into survival mode, because our natural state is not super lean. Our body does not want us, nor is it healthy to be like 3% body fat or 5% body fat. And so the human body will fight that as much as possible. Don't get me wrong, there is a way to lose that last 10 pounds, which we're going to talk about, and get super lean into the, single digit body fat, but it does require an increased amount of attention to detail, intention, and just discipline. Specifically when I'm referring to dieting and the intensity of your exercise. By the way, we made a video called How Long Should You Jump Rope to Lose Weight? That is a generalized video that kind of guides you through how long you should be jumping rope depending on your fitness level. This video in particular is for people that have been jumping rope for a while and they're super fit, they're doing all the workouts, and like I said, they just have a little bit of weight to lose. So this is going to be targeted to the people who are already well on their way to getting their ideal physique, not people who are just starting. By the way, we made a PDF recently called The Only 10 Things That Matter for Weight Loss. So that URL is just jumpropedudes.com/10 things. The link's right here, and you can download it down in the description of this video as well. But it's basically a guideline for these are the most important and basic 10 things you should be focused on for losing weight. So if you're someone who's kind of just new to weight loss and going on this fitness journey, I would highly recommend putting your email in and getting that PDF so you can get a little thing that you can print out as a reminder to stick on your wall. So to lose that last 10 pounds, in terms of working out, there's a few things I'm going to discuss, but in terms of jump rope workouts, we'd recommend doing 5 to 6 30 to 40 minute workouts per week using a weighted rope. I'd also recommend doing it in HIIT style, like high intensity interval training. And most of our workouts are like that on this channel. Basically just means doing all out super intense exercise and then resting really quick and then repeating that all intense exercise. It's sort of similar to doing sprints. And me personally, I've always felt that I've gotten the best results with being able to burn fat and hold on to lean muscle mass when I'm exercising in this high intensity interval training method. Okay, so that's the jump rope part of this. The second portion of this, to lose that last 10 pounds, you must be doing resistance training. And because I don't lift weights, I'm specifically talking about body weight exercises. Now, I am not a scientist. I am not someone who got a doctorate in exercise physiology or kinesiology, but all I know is that when I'm doing a ton of body weight exercises, I am able to stay very, very lean. And I think it's because of two reasons. One, when you are using and recruiting a lot of your muscles in a resistance training way, you are growing your muscle mass, and the bigger that your muscles get, the more calories they require to, function properly. So basically you're burning more calories with the more mass that you add to your body. Sorry, I said two things and that was it. That was that one thing. So let me just make this clear. For the exercise portion of this, I would recommend doing super high intensity workouts. We have a ton of free ones on this channel, so check them out. High intensity workouts with a weighted rope, and then doing workouts that have a lot of pull-ups and push-ups. Lately, I've been doing dead hangs almost every single day. I've been doing a ton of pull-ups, and I've noticed that it's even easier to stay at a low body fat percentage when I'm doing that. But I've been doing 50 pull-ups probably like 4, sometimes 5 days a week now. And I'm gonna try to up that to 100 over time. And then I'll do 100 push-ups. Usually I do like 4 days a week, but since I've been doing so many pull-ups, I've only been doing push-ups like 1 to 2 days a week. And I usually do 5 sets of 20. Next, your diet. I already talked about my diet of how I stay 8 to 10% body fat in this other video. So please go check it out because it is a very comprehensive look at exactly what I eat in my food list to stay super lean. But I'm gonna give you a kind of quick inversion of this. If you want to lose that last 10 pounds, you need to be eating meat, fish, fruits, nuts, basically just real food and keeping it super simple. My diet is mostly steak, ground beef, ground turkey, eggs. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of bacon. Sometimes I might have some sweet potatoes for a little bit of carbs, but most of my carbs come from fruit. There's not too much else I can say about my diet. Like it's pretty, of course I still, when I'm traveling right now in Mexico and there's nights that I've had pizza or French fries or whatever, but I don't really have big portions. So I'm not gaining a bunch of weight there. But for the most part, like let's say 80% of the time, I'm just eating things that are very high in protein, very satiating, so I'm not hungry, and then just eating a bunch of fruit instead of eating dessert or processed sugars. Now, the last piece of losing this 10 pounds with jumping rope, and this cannot be overlooked. If you really, really, really want to lose that last 10 pounds, I probably would recommend counting your calories. Now, counting your calories is something that I've gotten away from. I don't think I need to do it anymore to maintain a low body fat percentage, mainly because of the diet that I'm on now. I don't have cheat meals anymore. I basically just eat tons of protein and tons of fruit. But if you need to be super particular to lose that weight, then you need to know exactly how much is coming in and out of your body. And if this is the first time you're doing it and you've had troubles in the past losing that last 10 pounds, then calorie counting is going to help you because you are going to know exactly what is needed for you to get there. Your body is basically just an energy balance equation. Calories in, calories out. If you can eat consistently the right amount of food every single day, you are slowly going to shrink your body fat percentage. Of course, you need to do all the other things I mentioned, but I'm just saying if you're trying to get super particular, you should count your calories. Now we have a nutrition calculator that's linked up below. The link's also up here on the screen. But if you need to figure out how much you should be eating every day, our calculator will help you out with that so you can gradually decrease your body fat. All right, and this last thing I want to say, because this video is how long should you jump rope to lose that last 10 pounds. Jumping rope longer is not going to help you. If you decide like, oh, I want to lose that last 10 pounds, I'm going to jump rope for 2 hours a day. If you're not paying attention to your diet, you're not jumping intensely, and you're not incorporating body weight exercises, you're not going to lose that last 10 pounds. And probably if you're working out that long, you might start to develop pain in your knees or your shins or your feet, because 2 hours jumping rope is way too long unless you're like a professional boxer or something. But I guess what I'm saying is you cannot out-train your energy balance. You cannot out-train your diet. You have to be paying attention to how much food you are putting into your body. And just as an example, there have been times where I've been training so hard, or like, because I always am training hard, but like I'm not changing anything about the way that I training super hard, doing all these things that I'm talking about, but I'm not paying attention to my food at all, and I'm overeating, or I'm just simply consuming too many calories, and my body gains body fat. It's not because I'm not working out, it's simply because I'm eating too much. So no matter how intensely you are exercising, if you're not paying attention to that other stuff, nothing is gonna happen. Lastly, I think it's a good idea to get super lean and to lose that last 10 pounds just to prove to yourself that you can do it. Like just to show yourself, I have the discipline that is required to get to this low body fat percentage. I don't personally think it is healthy to stay stay at like 5% body fat or something super low like that. So when I say lose the last 10 pounds, maybe the last 10 pounds for you is getting down to 15% body fat, or getting down to 12% body fat, or 10% body fat. What I would recommend is doing that just so you can build the mental confidence. Like, I've done this before, I can do this again whenever I want, because it's important to remember your body is in a constant state of fluctuation. You're never going to lose that last 10 pounds and then keep it off forever unless you're doing all of these things that are super strict all the time. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be this strict all the time. I want to live my life. I want to travel to places. I want to be able to eat and drink what I want sometimes and still exercise and move my body, but not be so concerned with, am I staying at this perfect weight all of the time? Again, I think it's important to get there so you can prove to yourself that you can do it. You want to try to find a range that works for you, that makes you feel good to stay within. For me, as long as I'm within the range of 190 to 200 pounds, I feel really, really good. If I get down to like 180 or 183, I'm super lean, I have veins in my stomach and all that, but I don't feel as good, and my performance definitely suffers because I just feel sort of lethargic and tired. So I hope this video was helpful. That's how long you should be jumping rope to lose that last 10 pounds. It's 30 to 40 minutes, 5 to 6 times per week with weighted ropes, but to be honest, there's a lot of other caveats that I just talked about. So would really like some feedback from you guys. Let me know what you liked about this video. Don't forget to download that PDF, the only 10 things that matter for weight loss. It's kind of new and fancy, so maybe you can print it out and put it up on your wall as like a reminder of what you should be focusing on. If you're someone who is starting a weight loss journey and you want to lose that last 10 pounds, or you want to lose 50 pounds or whatever, I would highly recommend checking out the jump rope and dumbbell program that we have. It's our newest released one. The URL is jrdjumpropedumbbell.com. You can buy it as a one-off, or you can get a subscription to the JRD app, which includes all of our full-length programs where I'm mic'd up and leading you through them. And then it also includes our nutrition system, accountability, and coaching. Actually, the coaching and the nutrition is also available if you just buy the program as by itself. But basically, I would check out one of those links because we have some really killer programs that are very structured, and I lead you through exactly how to not only lose weight, but realistically keep it off. Thank you, JRD athletes, for tuning in to another video. If you have any questions, please ask me, because that's what I am here for. I went through a 70-pound transformation myself about 10 years ago. So I just want to help you guys do the same, live a good life, have fun, and look good and feel good doing it. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you on the next one.